okay.
Well, this is your first time on the road in 17 years. What's it like being back out?
Quite nice. It's just long enough to get the feel.
George Harrison was never the kind of man to take people at face value. Life had already shown him how fragile trust could be. From his early days in Liverpool to the overwhelming whirlwind of global fame with the Beatles, he learned to stay quiet, observant, and just a little bit guarded. While the world saw success, George often felt like the outsider within it, his voice competing to be heard, his talent too often underestimated. But nothing in his journey, not the fame, not the pressure, prepared him for the kind of betrayal that comes from those closest to you. Because this wasn't about strangers or rivals. This was about loyalty, friendship, and love colliding in a way that would leave a permanent mark. Eric Clapton wasn't just a fellow musician passing through George's life. He was part of his inner world. A friend who shared music, laughter, and moments that felt genuine. Someone George welcomed into his home without hesitation. And then there was Pattie Boyd, his wife, his inspiration, the woman tied forever to one of the most beautiful love songs ever created. To George, this was his private world, the one place where trust was supposed to be absolute. But behind that trust, something was quietly unraveling. Clapton's feelings for Pattie didn't just grow, they consumed him. What started as admiration turned into obsession, and instead of burying it, he poured it into music, creating something raw and unforgettable, but deeply complicated. And then came the moment that changed everything. Clapton didn't keep it hidden. He told George the truth, sat across from him and admitted he was in love with his wife. It's the kind of confession that could shatter friendships instantly, spark rage, or ignite chaos. But George didn't react the way most people would expect. He stayed calm, almost unsettlingly so. On the surface, he seemed to accept it, brushing past the tension as if it were just another moment. But inside, something had shifted in a way that couldn't be undone. Because sometimes the deepest betrayals don't explode, they settle in quietly, changing everything without a single raised voice. By 1974, the situation reached its breaking point. Pattie left George. And years later, she married Clapton, turning what once felt unthinkable into reality. Just like that, two of the most important people in George's life had moved forward together, leaving him behind in a silence that said more than any argument ever could. But George didn't fight. He didn't chase, didn't beg, didn't turn it into spectacle. Instead, he chose something far more final. He let go. Completely. Not with bitterness on display, but with a quiet detachment that drew a clear line. The door didn't slam, it simply closed. From that point on, nothing was ever the same. The friendship that once felt effortless became distant, polite, almost formal. The warmth was gone, replaced by something that could never quite return to what it was. And that's why this story still resonates. It's not just about love or heartbreak, it's about trust, and what happens when it's broken at the deepest level. George had faced fame, pressure, and even danger in his life, but this cut differently. This was personal. This was someone he chose to let in. And when that trust was broken, he didn't try to rebuild it. He simply walked away, and never looked back.